Hey guys, it's back with Enrique and Gamer. Today I'm with my friend and we're going to be reacting to 5 things you didn't know about the Ouija board or whatever it's called.
And it's super creepy, so.
The Ouija board. It conjures up thoughts of demonic possessions and communications with the dead. It's a simple game. You have a board with the alphabet in the center, numbers at the bottom with the word goodbye underneath, and yes and no in each of the top corners. You have a planchette or pointer that rests on the board, and the players place their hands gently on it.
I feel like it's scared. I feel like there's something in here.
And supposedly,
I feel like there's a spirit or something in this room for some reason, but I know there's not.
Yeah, but if there was a spirit, it would like knock stuff over or something. If there's anybody here, knock something over, please.
Or have already done so, then here are 5
No, but they
things
won't
you
if you ask it to, and sometimes it doesn't actually do what you're meaning to, but it's right beside you or something.
If you go on Amazon, type in a Ouija board, and you'll be surprised that a whole host of boards come up in the toys and games section, with a recommended age group of 8+. These are the same Ouija boards that are claimed to be the portal to the undead, that summons demonic entities, and have caused players to commit heinous acts after acting on their instructions. But how can they just be a toy? Well, the original Ouija board was invented in the 1890s by businessman Elijah Bond, and production was later taken over by William Fuld.
It kind of sounds like Eli in my class, and it also kind of sounds like they're saying, his accent kind of sounds like he's saying the Ouija board.
Yeah.
William's estate was sold to the Parker brothers, and then Hasbro, who still hold the trademark and patent to this day.
Hasbro.
When the game was first released in 1890, there was no explanation of how it worked. It just claimed that it could answer questions asked by the player, and it would answer them with incredible accuracy.
Wait! Is that the spirit? Because it's lighter than the actual person that's holding it.
No, there are people playing it.
It's probably a
This fueled interest, and mediums began to use the board as a means of communication with the dead. Today, as a result of some terrifying experiences, and aided by horror movies like
I know, it's kids.
The Ouija board
but
is
it's for 8+.
and scorned by religious fundamentalists.
It could be like for little kids can play that.
Amid claims it's responsible.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it because probably one of my little cousins or my brother would play it, and that wouldn't be good.
Game for 8-year-olds and up, or something
I'm
far
gonna
more
buy
sinister?
it. I want to
Let's
see
keep
if there's
exploring.
any spirits. But if you fight,
People have actually died playing it.
guys, yeah, people die actually playing it, and if you set it on fire and you hear a scream, then you're gonna be killed. If you set it on fire, and
because the spirits are in it, probably.
No, if you set it on fire and you hear a scream after, then you're killed. You're gonna be dead.
Oh my god, if you buy it, can I come to your house on that day and then we can do a video in there?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna buy it. You buy it.
No.
Despite the Ouija board being marked as a game, there are plenty of people who have had some terrifying experiences when playing one, and this includes death. I've covered some of these tragic events in previous videos, but few realize that the death of the man responsible for producing and distributing the first Ouija boards was the direct result of an instruction from one. William Fuld, the businessman who marketed and manufactured the boards, was on the roof of his new Ouija board factory, supervising the installation of a flagpole, when the railing he was leaning against gave way, and he plummeted to the ground in 1927.
I wish we can go to Union
Fuld was rushed to
Street.
hospital, but in a freak event en route, one of his fractured ribs pierced his heart and he died instantly. It later emerged that the Ouija board spirits were the ones who instructed him to build the factory in the first place. Just a coincidence, or something more ominous? What do you think? It may cause you to lose your mind and commit a crime. I've briefly mentioned this story before a while back, but it's the most heinous crime ever committed that has been blamed on an Ouija board. In February 2001, Carol SOOOO from Minco, Oklahoma, was playing with an Ouija board with her daughter Tammy and her 2 daughters. During the game, Carol claimed she received a communication from God through the board, telling her that her 34-year-old son-in-law Brian Roach was evil.
I'm not sure that the God bit is true.
The message.
Okay, guys, my stomach is seriously hurting so bad Because this is so creepy.
Prompted her to grab a knife and stab her son-in-law as he slept.
Oh my god.
Initially, he was not fatally wounded.
There's
and called
blood
out
on
for help,
that.
But Carol
Yeah,
and her daughter ignored
but
his
if it's a
pleas
fake picture,
and
it's
left
probably
him to
just
bleed
a,
to death.
No,
like,
it's not.
After the
I
stab,
The
know.
Ouija board's
Carol then tried
real.
to kill her
I know,
10-year-old
but if
granddaughter,
the knife
but
is
Tammy
a fake
managed to take the
picture,
knife from her mother.
the knife is a
Then,
like
bizarrely,
photoshopped. So
Carol,
yeah, it's
Tammy, and her two
it might.
granddaughters got
If
into
I
a
don't
car
think they
driven
would get
by
a
Carol.
real picture of the
He
knife.
then proceeded
I think it might have been just like photoshopped or like something like that.
Because
trying
they can't
to make
really,
it
because they can't really show the knife, like
the real
'cause
knife because it's
yeah.
like all
into
it's
rammed
probably
vehicle
hidden or
into a
digging or
roadside
something.
Yeah.
in an attempt to kill them all. Fortunately, the family survived with non-life-threatening injuries, although
Phew.
Carol had 2 broken ankles.
Oh my god, no.
Despite this, she got out of the car and tried to push one of her granddaughters into oncoming traffic, apparently believing that she had inherited Brian's evil. After this was unsuccessful, Carol removed her clothes and hid in the woods.
Oh my god.
After her arrest, she claimed the board told her to do it. She had no history of mental illness or drug abuse, and it's believed she had let the Ouija board consume her life. She was later declared insane. People swear they can communicate with the dead. The need for us to contact the dead
Yeah.
goes way back, and over the years, some people
Sometimes if your dad dies or your mom dies, you get the Ouija board, and then you can say, Mom, is that you? Is that you? Are you talking with me, Mom? 'Cause sometimes you can talk with the dead. With your mom dead or your dad dead, you can talk with them.
mediums and psychics claim they have developed skills to be able to speak to our loved ones from beyond the grave. So when the
See?
Ouija board was introduced in the
Our loved
1890s,
ones.
people began to believe they had a tool that really could predict the future or contact spirits that required no specific powers to navigate. The question is, can an Ouija board actually communicate with the dead?
Yes.
It's impossible to say, since some have had experiences they cannot explain whilst playing them. For example, there are many occasions when it's believed that instead of messages from departed loved ones, the board deviates and non-friendly spirits filter through. It's these sorts of interactions that cause all the problems and allegedly can lead to demonic possession. And users who maintain they have felt hands stroking their necks and received comforting messages from their dead loved ones, making it hard to say if the board holds special powers or not. It's interesting that most psychics, mediums, and religious people discourage the use of Ouija boards to the untrained person, as they can produce medium-like effects, which in the wrong hands can produce a direct link to the darker side of the spirit world. The skeptics will say that the mysterious mechanism that powers the Ouija board is caused by the ideomotor effect, an unconscious, involuntary physical movement by the user that causes the planchette to move around the board, and has nothing to do with paranormal communication. I'd be interested to hear your experiences with an Ouija board.
Okay, guys, so, this is super creepy. If you guys are creeped out from this already, so you can just log off, whatever you want to do, it's fine. I'm already creeped out, so me and Ratal are creeped out right now, so if you don't, don't like this or you're freaked out already, you can just log off, okay? It's totally fine with me.
It's not Roblox. You don't log off.
Whatever.
Or Minecraft.
Links. There are rules. If you've already tried an Ouija board or are thinking about doing one, then you may not be aware that the board comes with a set of unwritten rules, which, like most rules, are often ignored by players. Although, ignoring these rules can supposedly increase your chances of a demonic possession. There are 3 in particular that you should always abide by. Never play alone. This is for your own safety and sanity, as occasionally you will experience an extreme reaction from the board, and it's not a good idea to be alone. Never talk about God, as you will enrage the spirits that are trying to get through, and this could cause them to be evil in nature, resulting in a greater risk of possession. And never ask the board
really
when you're
scared.
going to die.
Fine.
Those are the 3 main rules, but it's also important that if you no longer want an Ouija board in your house, that you dispose of it properly. If you do not, it will supposedly come back and haunt the owner. But absolutely do not burn it. If you do, you will apparently hear it scream, and this will signal you have less than 36 hours to live. The correct way of disposing of an Ouija board is to break it into 7 pieces and sprinkle it with holy water. If that is not possible, place a silver coin on the board to repel evil energy so that no spirits will come through. And one last thing, always say goodbye when you close a session. Failure to do so could result in contacted entities hanging around long after you have finished the game. So that's
What did
5
that
things
say?
you need.
What did it say?
It said, if you don't say goodbye, then to the game after you finish, the spirits will hang around in your house.
Yeah.
Know about the
If you don't
Ouija
say
board,
goodbye, you
especially
have to.
before playing it. I hope you've enjoyed, and don't forget to leave your stories in the comments, and soon on the Top 5's website, which we cannot wait to announce.
Anyway, okay, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. So, bye.
Bye, guys.